Pretty nice looking green form of Chamaerops humilis I have right here, the Mediterranean fan palm. And this is one of the ones that did suffer some of the damage from the kind of cold, wet weather we had. So 3 fronds took damage, and I think I probably noticed it around March or April. I think maybe April. And so I just went through and I counted between the 3 damaged fronds and the new fronds. So the ones that were damaged were coming out. They were the spears at the time. It is working on its 8th frond since then, if you can believe that. 8 this spring. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's 5, 6, 7, 8, actually 9. So the current spears down there right now are 8, 7, 8, and 9. This is 7 right here. So they do grow quite quickly. This one gets the full brunt of the afternoon sun and such, and I have not really been watering it that much. There's probably still a bit of moisture in the ground, but when I was putting in the citrus here, it was quite dry. But that's how quickly they can grow. This one here, which is kind of a totally different looking one, almost looks like it's a mix between a green and a blue form. You know, aside from the color, I think you can clearly see the narrowness of the leaves. And these were all just spot, you know, just at Home Depot or whatever, as part of just the regular greens. This one stood out, that's why I bought it. And I counted this one, and this one is on 6 between the kind of like the damaged ones. This one, same thing, it has 3 damaged. And so this one's working on its 6th frond this year, and we are only the 2nd week of July. So that's some pretty good growth here in the Pacific Northwest. It seems like now they're kind of getting to this size. They're really pumping out the growth. I think it's 2 years. It's about 2 years now they've been in the ground in these spots. And yeah, they do have a bit of trunk. Each one has a bit of trunk, you know, under a foot, I would say. This one's a lot more squat. But it's just interesting, the variation in between these two. This one's getting a thicker trunk as well. Very green leaves, green petioles, where this one has that silvery color. Not blue, but silver. And the base of the petioles on this one are yellow. Bright yellow. But that's the sort of growth you can get. So, I mean, if I've got 8 on that one and 6 on this one, I mean, I would expect to probably double that this year. So quite a bit of growth on these. It is the 2nd most common palm that you'll see in this area. Obviously Trachycarpus fortuna is number 1. I would say Chamaerops humilis is number 2. Then the waggy, and then after that it's kind of a crapshoot as to what you're gonna see. There you go, there's the update on 2 of the damage. And you know what, maybe I can just quickly run back here. I'll show you the largest one I have. This one gets morning shade and midday and afternoon sun. Probably gonna get a little bit more afternoon shade with time, but I've had this guy for about 5 years, moved him a couple of times, but getting to be a pretty beefy looking palm. A bunch of suckers. It's about 5 foot across. Overall height, maybe 4.5. And the whole 3 palms I showed you were male. This one's very similar to that green one I showed you out front. A little bit longer petioles, just because I think it gets a bit of shade in this corner. There you go, Chamaerops humilis.